Welcome to this Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video, and the time has come for this tap. You'll notice this tap is a bit of a YouTube star. Have a look at the links up in the top. You'll see we did a how to actually lubricate and repair the cartridge inside. Have a look at that video there, and also how to tighten up the base when this was loose down below. Have a look at the video up there, and you'll see how to do those repairs on the tap. Today, we're going to give him the flick. Not because the repair's no good. Silent. That's a good year on from that lubing and repair we did, so that worked really, really well. Everything's perfect.
Replacing the tap because as we are working in the kitchen here with kettles, pots, high pots for pasta, that kind of thing, rice, it's quite difficult to get it underneath. And so we are changing it for a tap that allows greater access for larger pots and larger jugs.
And let's face it, it also looks a whole lot better. This is the tap we've chosen, this guy here. And if you have a look, if we mount that height where it's going to be, look at the height difference in the spout. It'll be so much easier to get. You won't have to put things in. Probably going to have to be careful of splash. If something splashes off, you could drown the whole kitchen. But you won't have to put things into the sink anywhere near as much. So, without any further ado, we're going to show you how to replace this tap. The good thing is with mixer taps, when there's one hole like this, it's normally one size. You'll see on this guy, they've got a nice big fat base, but they've reduced the size of the actual fitting through the bench. So super quick. We're going to rip this guy out and put the new one in, show you how easy it is. Now to start with, you may have to go outside to turn the water off, but if you're going to take a tap out, you absolutely have to stop the water, both the hot and the cold flowing into it. This installation here has a couple of taps, so that is as easy as 1, 2, and that's done. The water's off and it only isolates it here. So I am actually going to replace these hoses here. When they burst, that's how you get your whole house flooded. So I'm going to put in new ones. I'll take the opportunity to replace them. I'll keep these as spares, but replace them and take the whole tap assembly out. So up underneath, this tap here, as you'll see in the video we linked to earlier about how to tighten up the base, is just this bolt right there needs to be undone. We'll pull that out, and that actually to release the whole thing, that big crescent washer that's there, will drop down out of the way and we'll be able to get the entire tap out. So this is an 11mm. So I've got an 11mm spanner, and when you're undoing something, it's always a matter of going anti-clockwise. So with this, if that was a clock, it would be 12, 1, 2, 3 that way, but we're undoing, so we're going that way. If you can't get where you want to go in a tight situation like this, you can turn your spanner over. That'll often give you another go and another angle. As I said, that's an 11mm spanner, which is the size of this one. This is a 10mm, but I wanted to show you this spanner because I wish it fitted. I have this in a 10, but not an 11. This one's got a built-in socket into it, and that's amazing. Once you get it on a nut like that up there, you can then just use the ratchet and undo it really quick and easy. And to change direction, you simply roll it over and then it will go the other way with its clicking. So a little built-in. I'll put a link in the description so that you can see where you can buy one of these. But these are brilliant for common sizes like 10 and 13. Really, really handy. And if I had an 11, that would make this job of undoing that a whole lot easier as well. So have a look at the link in the description. I'll put a link to a good basic toolkit, which has got just some good stuff, and also those specialist guys there, because they're very cool. So we're going to try this now, see if it's loose enough to come off with the fingers, which it is. Okay, so there we go. Off comes the nut. Drop that down there, and then we just need to get that crescent washer to come down. Here it comes. There it is. The nut was through the hole there, the thread was through the hole. And the next step is up top again. So what we need to do is release the pressure out hot and cold, come around to the hot and right around to the cold. Make sure they're both undone and checking that. Yep. that is ready to come out now. So we just got to go down underneath and undo the water pipes. I've got a shifter for this, but you see where the water pipe comes in through the base of the cupboard, then up to the tap, through copper pipe, and then to a fitting, and it's actually at this nut here that we're going to undo that. I'm going to use my shifter on this. The same thing goes in undoing, it's always anti-clockwise. Well, that was not tight. That's interesting. Not dripping, so it doesn't matter, but certainly not tight. And it would be good, there's some water. Whatever water's in that pipe is going to run out at this point, so if you've got a sponge or a towel or something to catch the water, that would be helpful. Having the tap closed at this point will help, because that'll set a bit of a vacuum on it. Okay, that's it, that's out. We'll lift those two down. So now we just lift this guy out, pull the nuts out one at a time. No, the nuts aren't going to come out. So if you look down here, they're not going to come out while that's there. So we'll undo them here and drop them out in the other direction. So this one's a 12, different size nut, a little bit further up the line. But as I said, I'll send you a link for a good basic toolkit, just with a small selection. Now again, you've got to look at it that way. So to undo, you've actually got to undo it that way. Here it comes. Okay, so now drop that down. There's now room for that to come out. And the other one comes out. And straight away, the thing you want to know, does my new tap fit? How's my new tap going to look? It's going to look like that. So at this point, what we need is a bit of steel wool or a scouring pad or something. As I said, I'll put links to all the bits and pieces in the description where you can buy it. We'll clean that up, give it a nice big clean up, and then she's ready for the new tap. Okay, so looking at this, it looked like it could have been a little bit buckled and maybe needed a bit of a hammer to reshape, a panel beat it, if you know, if there was a raised edge or something. But what I did to test, I just put the new tap down like that, and it sits absolutely perfectly. Not a problem at all. Actually, you can see right up in there, the same hose fittings need to be put up inside. That's these guys here. Now, interestingly enough, these guys have got a little spanner fitting on them, so you can put a spanner and tighten them up. These ones don't. So what we're gonna have to do is pull this tap apart, and this threaded part here is gonna come off the bottom. That's obviously the mounting part. Then we can get up here and put in our hot and cold with these new fittings. We put the hose fittings up in top and then tighten them up. It doesn't actually say which is hot and cold, so we're going to have to go by trial and error and switch them if they're wrong. Now I've just checked down here, this piece, this does fit in. So the first one, I don't have to slip it through, but the second one, before I screw the second hose in, I'm going to have to slip it through, or we'll have the same problem we had pulling the tap out. So just putting that in, it is important not to twist these. There we go, that's nice and tight. So we need somewhere, when you're putting a brand new stainless steel tap down, like it came in a nice little bag so it doesn't get scratched. So it's really important, you don't want to scratch it in the installation process. Take as much care of it as you can. Put the other hose up there, as you can see, that you're not going to get it through later, so you've got to remember to put that on. And get it up in here. Putting that just into the hole and twisting. O-ring's amazing with their capacity to seal. There you go. Just make sure you don't kink the hose or anything like that. Let's get it up nice and tight. And then we can screw this into place. And when you've installed the tap, if something comes loose or something goes wrong later on, because you know the design, you'll know what to tighten up. Obviously, if that thread comes loose, or if that thread comes loose, it can be tightened up to fix it. Okay, so the next step on this one is to get everything that's going to end up above the sink on. For instance, just the rubber washer and the silver lock nut.